Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV. Welcome to our Cybersecurity Heroes series, and I'm talking with Bill Marion, the Deputy CIO of the U.S. Air Force. Bill, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So, can you share with our viewers how you have significantly improved the cybersecurity posture inside the Air Force?
It's on multiple fronts.
Okay.
From a policy perspective, huge amount of effort in cleaning up and securing and making sure we're clean and in the direction we give our units.
Okay.
At the technical level, really the focus has been multi-tiered. At the enterprise level, enterprise tools, enterprise capabilities to have, whether it's a sensor or whether it's data aggregation or whether it's security analysts that are looking on the data that's going across a large enterprise the size of the Air Force. So lots of efforts along that line, all the way down to the end user at the very lowest level, up to enterprise services, up to the global services that DISA provides, or the Defense Information Systems Agency. So it's really a tiered effort across technology, a horizontal effort across policy, and then trying to bring that all together through reporting and mechanics that we do with the DoD CIO.
Okay, great. So as agencies look to leverage that new technology, how can they push the boundaries with data security practices? What strategies and tools are you seeing that help agencies, get their arms around the petabytes of data that they deal with?
Really two fronts on that side. The first one is around innovation in the cybersecurity field, right? We traditionally, from an acquisition perspective, we build things, we go through a long requirements process, and cybersecurity just doesn't allow that to occur. So first and foremost is putting an innovation framework in place where we can rapidly determine requirements and field and defend, right? I mean, cybersecurity is all about agility in that space. And along that line, leveraging folks like DIUX, the 18F, all of the innovation frameworks that are out there across the DoD space is absolutely critical. So that innovation framework, from a delivery of capability, as well as both how do we work with industry partners to look at what's next and how to deliver new platforms and security for the future.
So culture change is so key inside agencies. How are you driving your agency to think differently about cybersecurity?
Well, I think at the foremost level, the OPM hack was certainly, that started to change culture. You had smaller events, the market basket inside the Pentagon, when it was compromised, the Joint Staff Email, these are all public events that have occurred. Right. But they've touched every single one of us. 5 years ago, it was somewhat of a random event. Now we're all living it personally. Right. Our families are even living it. So I think that one identity kind of theft perspective has transcended our visibility and awareness from a cultural perspective. So I don't think that's as much of an issue anymore. I think people have accepted the fact that they need to be more careful. It's really, how do we go to the next step, which is how do we change the paradigm on how we acquire security solutions? And what I mean by that is we don't have the bandwidth anymore to wait for those long acquisition processes. So nor do we have the funding to fix everything. So again, we typically try to buy capabilities when we acquire things, but cyber is about mitigating threat. And that's a risk discussion. It's not I have one capability that will fit everything I need to do. So changing the acquisition process, changing how we acquire things and deliver so that we can rapidly get capability in the field. I think that's the biggest cultural thing from a process perspective the DoD and federal space is dealing with.
Okay, and you talked about technology being a tiered effort. So talk to me about what you feel is the most important piece of that technology that agencies have to get right if they're to improve their cybersecurity posture.
Traditionally, we've been a defense in depth, kind of build the moats around the castle. That's more of a network defense, which I think was critical at its time, over the last decade. What we're maturing to really, and you look at the large-scale acquisition programs, the weapon systems, it's about securing the data inside of those systems. Right. So the maturation of not only our business processes and cultures, but also, again, how are we buying or building tools to integrate that secure the data inside of the weapon system. So again, it's being rapid, being agile and flexible to look at one platform that may be a communications link challenge, another one that may be a personal information challenge. And so being able to put tools in the toolbox across all of our defensive fronts to be agile across the platform and where the risk persists. In our day-to-day lives, our risk of leaving this hotel are different than when I'm at home. And so we have to be more agile along that front with our systems.
Well, Bill, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you giving us some insights into how you're changing up cybersecurity inside the Air Force.
Appreciate it.
For FedScoop TV, I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.